What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for this really quick video, and today we'll be talking about right stick versus square button in terms of steals. Let's find out if there's any difference or they are just cosmetics. And I'll be testing it on both on-ball and lane steals. And by the way, this one here came from a comment request, so just let me know in the comment section any recommendation for a topic. I'll see what I can do. And please like the video, because if you do, it tells the algorithm that it's a good one, so it will be pushed to more players. So now let's get right into it. So now for the first part, let's talk about on-ball steals. First question, can you really control which hand will go for the steal? And here you can see, on absolute settings, if you flick right stick to the right, it will use right hand, which is this side. The player is facing you, that's why it is mirrored. If you're facing this way, right hand is this one. And of course, if you flick right stick to the left, it will use left hand, which is this side. And if you press square button, it is kind of random. Sometimes it will use left and sometimes right. Now the big question is it just cosmetics, or there will be benefits if you use the hand closer to the ball? Let's have a quick test. I'm not going to dive deep on this one, we just want to know if it really affects steal success, and we just want to have rough estimation on how much is the boost. So for the test, I executed this sequence here in lots of repetitions and count how many steals and fouls I can get. And now for the results, and here you can see there's a significant difference. Same side hand is better, and you can notice as well you can get more fouls if you use the opposite hand. And by the way, try not to focus much on the actual numbers. Of course, they will vary depending on a lot of things. Just focus on the gap. So now it's clear that in terms of on-ball steals, using the hand closer to the ball will give you more benefits. Now for the next part, what about on-lane steals? But before we go right into it, just want to invite you guys to like the video if you're liking so far, and of course subscribe to tune in for upcoming ones. Now going back, let's check if it does the same thing on passing lane steals. And here you can see it is really following the stick direction. So now let's test it on actual steal actions. Flicking it left will use left hand like this, and if you flick it right, now it's using both hands. Which makes sense because you can't expect it to use right hand if the passing lane is on the left side. Now the question is there any benefit if you choose the correct direction? And based on this, it was night and day. If I flick it to the left, where the passing lane is, usually it will be a tap. But when I flick it to the right, after lots of attempts, I wasn't able to touch the ball even once. So it means choosing the right direction will give you benefits. Now, the big thing about it though is when I use square, after lots of attempts, it was always triggering the same animations as flicking right stick to the left, which means pressing square will just choose the correct side. I'm not too sure though how accurate this will be. Maybe there will be rare occasions that it'll be random, but based on this test, the game chose the better side. So meaning, in terms of passing lane steals, I think it's just better to press square button unless you are super sure that you will choose the correct side. And by the way, for those of you who missed my recent video, I already covered the biggest change on steal's green window. Just click that video on your screen. And again, please like the video so it can reach more players, and of course subscribe to tune in for upcoming ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.